So how do you text a Taurus man to keep him engaged and putty in your hands? Well, here are the key things. Engage in memories. Engage in sentimentality. Use music and stimulate his senses, right? So the big takeaway here is get him thinking, get the flavors going in his mouth. And you can do that by mentioning his favorite foods, a lovely meal you enjoyed a while ago and what it did for you on a sensual level. You can talk about special moments you shared in the past, because evoking memories is very, very, very powerful way to communicate with Taurus man. And again, talking about things that affect him on a sensual level. Oh, the humidity, but wouldn't it be great to slip into a cool jacuzzi with you and have an ice cold gin and tonic? See what I'm tapping into? We've got the flavors of the gin and tonic or a mojito or something. We've got the feeling of the ice cold water on a hot day. So you really are thinking about bringing in the temperature, the tastes, the sounds as well. Now, I knew a Taurus man. Wasn't my boyfriend, but his favorite thing to do was to text his girlfriend something like, "Smooth now." Now, Smooth is like the oldie station, and they play like classic rock and that sort of thing. And when he heard a tune that he liked, or a tune that he thought was essential to the relationship progression or whatever, or was a little bit fun, playing on the radio, he used to text her, "Smooth now." And then she turned the radio on. Now, this worked a treat. It was so engaging, and it was a break from some of his more kind of possessive, needy texts. And, it always broke through the ice barrier. I know that kind of doesn't work now because a lot of people aren't listening to the radio as much because it's all on tap on our iPods and whatever. But you could use a version of that, right? Or another thing he used to say is, Leo Sayer says it best. And then it's like, oh, what song of Leo Sayer? It kind of draws the woman or the man in, because I'm thinking of texting a Taurus man, but still, it draws them in because then there's this curiosity about, I wonder what song of Leo Sayer or Taylor Swift, whatever band you like, right? So that creates a curiousness as well. So you also want to evoke memory. So rather than thinking of, when we had this argument and bringing up old hash, don't do that. Think of a positive moment, how you guys dealt with a problem and solved it together, a real W you had, like a win. And mention that in a text as well, because that is also engaging. What you can also do is send a picture of some delicious looking food. I know it's a cliche with Taurus, like the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, but it certainly is. It doesn't just have to be food. It can be exotic drinks and cocktails, or it can be a picture of like the ideal place for you guys to take a holiday. It could be a picture of the beautiful beach or something, because he really wants to buy into that, and it gets him all excited. And it's a way of expressing love. The other way that's really important in text that you do over time, show care and concern. He really responds to that. How was your day? Did you work out that problem with your boss? Are you feeling better? Did your toothache go away? He really loves that sort of thing, that you actually care enough to respond to something. Also, use your memory. If you can show him, particularly early in the relationship, or mind you, whatever stage of the relationship, that you remember something he told you ages ago. Now, recently I had that with a guy, and he told me an anecdote, and I said, "Oh yes, I remember your dad, ... And he said, I can't believe you remembered that about my dad. And I thought, yeah, because it showed that I'm a good listener. It shows that I pay attention to what he's telling me, and that is a big plus for Taurus guy. So with Taurus man, you can afford to get a little bit emotional and to tell him how you're feeling as well, because he likes to feel protective over you. So unlike some men, you can sometimes show a little bit of vulnerability with Taurus man. But with all men, don't go overboard, because men as a whole don't deal as well with emotion, and definitely don't deal as well with emotion frequently. So I hope that helped you to navigate texting with your Taurus boyfriend or husband. Any comments, just let me know. Any more things, I'll be doing some more on texting other guys. I'd love a thumbs up and a subscribe. And please, I'm hopefully a growing channel. I'm doing some rewards that you can join, where you can contact me and suggest topics for lives or get a question answered. So I hope you enjoy, and lots more where this came from. So please sign up, stay tuned.